Hello everyone, myself J. Vinay Kumar, and today we are going to deal with losses in a DC motor and power stages in DC motor and problems on it. In the previous presentation, we have learned about the torque equation of a DC motor, that is the armature torque and shaft torque, and also we have learned about the loss torque and their equations, and also we have learned about the speed equation of a motor. And in this presentation we are going to learn about the different losses in a DC motor, and also the power stages in DC motor, and we will be solving some problems on efficiency. Now let us see the various losses that occur in a DC motor. Mainly the losses are copper losses, and these copper losses are categorized into the following types. Mainly these copper losses occurs in the windings, that is in the, if this losses occurs in the armature winding, then such losses are called as armature copper losses. And if losses occurs in series field winding and shunt field winding, then such losses are called as field copper losses. And if the loss occurs due to brush contact resistance also. All these losses together called as copper losses. And the second type of losses are magnetic losses. These magnetic losses are also called as iron losses or core losses. And these magnetic losses are categorized into two types. One is hysteresis losses and the other one is eddy current losses. And the third type of losses are mechanical losses. In this, the first one is the loss due to friction. This friction loss at bearing and commutator. And the other one is air friction or windage loss of rotating armature. Now let us see the various power stages in a DC motor. For a DC motor, the input will be power, which is nothing but it is the product of voltage and current. And its units are watts. When we give this input to the motor terminals, there will be a copper losses in the winding, that is in armature, shunt and series field windings. After that, after that, the remaining power will drive the armature, and it is the product of EB and IA. After that, when this armature starts rotating, there will be iron and friction losses, and the remaining power will be as motor output, which we represent here as C. Means the input is A and the driving power in armature is B, and the output at motor is represented as C. Now, in order to get the copper losses, we have to subtract B from A. That is A minus B, we get copper losses. And to get iron and friction losses, we have to subtract C from B. That is B minus C is the iron and friction losses. Now, in order to define the efficiency, we can write here as output by input, that is C by A. This we call as the overall or commercial efficiency is C by A. And to get the electrical efficiency, we can write as B by A. And mechanical efficiency is defined as C by B. And the condition for maximum efficiency is armature copper losses is equal to constant losses. And now we are going to solve some problems on efficiency. Now let us see the first problem. First let us read this problem. A 4-pole 240 volt wave connected DC shunt motor gives 11.19 kilowatt when running at 1000 rpm and drawing armature and field currents of 50 amperes and 1 ampere respectively, and it has 540 conductors. Its resistance is 0.1 ohm, assuming a drop of 1 volt per brush. Find A. Total torque. B. Useful torque. C. Useful flux per pole. And we have to find the rotational losses and also efficiency. Now, in order to solve any problem, first we have to study thoroughly the given problem, and we have to find what is the given data and what we must find. In this problem, the given data is the number of poles as 4 poles and the number of parallel paths A is equal to 2 because it is a wave wound machine, and the voltage is given as 240 volts and the output is 11.19 kilowatt, and the speed with which the DC motor rotates is 1000 rpm, and the armature current is 50 amps, and the current flowing in the shunt field is 1 ampere, and the number of conductors is equal to 540. Now first let us find the brush drop in order to find the brush drop, we multiply the 2 into 1. Here 1 is the and the answer is 2 volts. And to find the back EMF, we should know the voltage, the armature current, the armature resistance, and brush drop. So on substituting those values, we get 240 minus 50 into zero point 0.1 minus 2 is equal to 233 volts. Means back EMF is equal to 233 volts. And to find the armature torque represented by TA, or it may also be called as gross torque. The formula which we have developed is 9.55 EB IA by N Newton meter. Here we know the value of EB as 233 and armature current is 50 and the speed is given as 1000. So we substitute all these values in the above equation, then we get the armature torque equation as 111 Newton meter. And now we have to find the shaft torque. This shaft torque is also called as useful torque, and the equation which we have developed for this shaft torque is 9.55 into output by capital N, means speed, Newton meter. Here output is given and speed is also given. So we substitute those values, then we get 9.55 into 11,190 by 1000. On solving this, we get 106.9 Newton meter. and the back EMF formula is given as EB is equal to phi Z NP by 60A. Here phi is the flux in Webers and Z is the number of conductors and N is nothing but it's the speed of the armature and P is the number of poles and A represents the number of parallel paths. Here on substituting the known values, that is EB, Z, N, P and A, we get the flux phi. On solving this, we get phi is equal to 12.9 milli Webers. And in order to find the armature input, we know the formula is V into IA, which is equal to 240 into 50 is 12,000 watts. And to find the armature copper loss, we know the formula, that is IA square RA, where IA is the armature current and RA is the armature resistance. So if we substitute those values, we get 50 square into 0.1, that is 2500 into 0.1 is 250 watts. And the brush contact loss is 50 into 2, which is 100 watts. And the power developed in the armature is the input minus losses, that is 12,000 minus 250 plus, sorry, minus 100, that is total 12,000 minus 350, we get 11,650 watts or 11.65 kW. And to find the rotational losses, we can do B minus C, that is power in the armature minus the shaft output. So the power developed in the armature is 11,650 and the output at the shaft is 11,190, which is equal to 460 watts. This 460 is nothing but it is the rotational losses. And to find the motor input, we know the formula, that is V into I. Here V is 240 and the current, total current is 51. So on multiplying these two, we get 12,240 watts or 12.24 kW. Now we have to find the efficiency. We know that the formula for efficiency is output by input. Here the output is 11,190 and the input is 12,240 watts. So on dividing with one another, we get the efficiency as 91.4 percentage. Now let us see the next problem. The input to a 240 volt DC shunt motor is 11 kilowatt, and the particulars of the motors are as follows. The no load current is given as 5 amperes. No load speed is 1150 rpm, and the armature resistance is equal to 0.5 ohms. Shunt field resistance is 110 ohms. Now calculate the efficiency, the speed at this load, that is N, the torque developed. Now let us see the solution. First of all, we have to read the problem thoroughly, and we have to know the given data, and we have to find the required one by using various formulas. See, given data, that is voltage is 220 volts, and the input power is given as 11 kilowatt, and the no load speed is 1150 rpm, that is rotations per minute, and armature resistance is 0.5 ohms. The shunt field resistance is given as 110 ohms, and the no load current is 5 amperes. Now to find ISH, we should divide V by RSH. V is 220 volts and RSH is 110 volts. On dividing this, we get 2 amperes. After that, to find the no load armature current, that is Ia naught, it will be the no load current minus shunt field current. This can be obtained from the circuit diagram. and if we subtract that, we get the answer as 3 amperes. And to find the no load armature copper loss, for this the formula is Ia naught square into Ra, on substituting that values, it is 3 square into 0.5, we get the answer as 4.5 watt. And now we are going to find the no load input, which is equal to V into I naught So substitute the value of E and I naught, that is 220 into 5, we get 1100 watts. And this no load input goes to meet all kinds of no load losses, that is armature copper loss and constant losses. These constant losses will be same irrespective of the load. So first we will be finding this constant losses, which is equal to no load input minus armature copper loss. We know the no load input, that is 1100 watt, and the armature copper loss as 4.5. On substituting that, it is 1100 minus 4.5, we get the answer as 1095.5 watts. As I have said, the constant losses remains same under all load conditions. And when the input is 11 kilowatt, the input current will be P by V. We know the formula, P is equal to VI. So to know the current I, we have to divide P by V, that is 11,000 by 220. We get the input current as 50 amperes. And we get the armature current is equal to total input current minus shunt current ISH, that is 50 minus 2, it is 48. That is the armature current is 48 amperes. And now we will find the armature copper losses, that is Ia square into Ra. Ia square is nothing but 48 square into 0.5, that is armature resistance. We get the armature copper loss as 1152 watts. And to know the total losses, we have to add the two major losses, that is copper loss plus constant losses. On substituting those values, we get an answer as 2248 watts. This is the total losses. And we know the input and we also know the total losses. So from this we can find the output, and the formula for output is equal to input minus total losses. If we substitute these values, we get 8752 watts. And to find the efficiency, we know the formula, that output power by input power. So the output power is 8752 and the input is 11,000. So on dividing with one another, we get 79.6 percentage. And to find the back EMF at no load, we know the formula, EB is equal to V minus IA RA, that is 220 minus 3 into 0.5, we get 218.5 volts. And to find the back EMF on a given load, here the IA will become 48. So 220 minus 48 into 0.5, the answer is 196 volts. And from the back EMF equation, we know that N by N naught is equal to V by EB naught. From that we can find the value of N, as N is equal to 1150 into 196 by 218.5, which is equal to 1031 rpm. And to know the torque, we know the formula, Ta is equal to 9.55 Eb into Ia by N. We substitute those values, we get the answer as 87.1 Newton meter. Okay, from this we will be ending this presentation. Thank you everyone for listening with patience.